So that's what I think would have been completely softened. I mean, that's what Nkrumah tried to do, and that was the whole thing with the Bawku conflict and so on, whereby he was saying that the chiefs who were supporting him, then they would be part of it, those not. So there was a way of systematically trying to reduce their powers and so on. As I keep on saying, Rawlings could have done it much better. He didn't, because he had all the force behind him. He did not. So that's why we continue to have some of these conflicts. But going forward, I think we as a people have to understand which parts of our culture, tradition that we need to move. Cases. And of course, that's the ugly side of revolution in that sense. It's not, I'm referring especially to the violent revolutions, not revolutions of the other kind, where if you're talking about the first republic and the independence, the way we got our independence, you could say it was also a Ghana revolution as well, but it's not that brutish and violent, more intellectual and more organized in that sense. In terms of the other one, the military, the brutish military rule, then is chaos and all that. But it has one advantage of getting things, nobody could come and stop you or come in your way. However dictatorial Nkrumah could have been towards the end, he could not still have gotten away with so much. Rawlings could have gotten away with so much in terms of imposing his ideas, but unfortunately, I don't think Rawlings, and I've said that publicly, and it might maybe not sit down well with some people, but I don't think he was really intellectually deep. And those around him, that from Legon, the universities, all those socialist gurus then, I think they also did not serve him well or help him well to redefine his political vision and how to move Ghana forward. There was a lot of support for Rawlings as of Nkrumah then. There was a lot of support for Rawlings in the 80s. His charisma, he had a lot going for him, but that depth was not going for him. So understanding what he needed to do to transform the society and move it forward. So those guys around him seem to have let him down, and unfortunately they could have figured things. So for example, I'm not suggesting that we could have done away with the chieftaincy establishment, but I'm saying that a lot of things could have been done in a way, and the revolutionary government, of course, that's what I'm talking about, to really put it in a place that to take away really all the powers and all and make it more ceremonial, if you like. But I don't know, we as Ghanaians, we have to really come to an understanding of how we see chieftaincy in Ghana. Yes, we have our own identity, and chieftaincy is part of that identity. But as we are now moved to a different system of government, what is the role of the chiefs and so on, and how much power do they have? So that's what I think would have been completely softened. I mean, that's what Nkrumah tried to do, and that was the whole thing with the Bawku conflict and so on, whereby he was saying that the chiefs who were supporting him, then they would be part of it, those not. So there was a way of systematically trying to reduce their powers and so on. As I keep on saying, Rawlings could have done it much better. He didn't, because he had all the force behind him. He did not. So that's why we continue to have some of these conflicts. But going forward, I think we as a people have to understand which parts of our culture, tradition that we need to move forward with, which ones that we need to kind of soften and or bring it completely to a very low level where it does not disrupt our political system. So this really has been my take on this Bawku chieftaincy dispute. And as I was saying earlier, I was not very comfortable with the Asantehene being involved there. I'm not too sure if Ghana, we still have the National House of Chiefs, and there should be a president or chair or something of the sort. So why does that person not represent they're present in these conflict situations where you have the chieftaincy disputes. I'm not too sure why it should be the Ashanti king. And that is my position, that point where a certain section, in this case the Ashanti, is seen as superior and the king superior. I think we also need to sometimes, without any emotions or bias, sometimes look at it also, because it's not really fair to other chiefs in other areas of Ghana. So we need to really look at that. It's maybe a bit sensitive, but it's always good to address some of these issues, because sometimes I think we get a bit carried away, and it doesn't, for me, it doesn't sit down well and doesn't give the good impression. Okay, I think I have 4 minutes to go, so I'll switch to something else which I wanted to share with you. Remember, I was telling you about we are in 2025 and soon be going to 2026. This is a personal thing, but it's a Christmas season, festive season, and we are moving into a new year. I just, as I told you last week, turned 62, right? In this month. And I had a difficult year, 2025, recovering from a divorce that came after 20 years. And luckily for me, sometimes one door is closed, another is open. So here, a chance meeting, and I get into a relationship, a very new one. And what I wanted to share, I mean, I'm not too sure going forward how that's going to play out, especially that there's quite a big age gap between us. But what is interesting is that she's gone out of the country for holidays, and she said that, when she comes back, we'll discuss the way forward in 2026. And it has stuck in my mind that somehow that is how we should all see a new year. That comes with hope, that comes with you're turning a new page. The old pages, the old years, the old year in this case, we're talking about 2025, had come with the challenges, I'm sure, not only for me, for all of us. So every year comes with challenges, and but you have to meet them in life. You have to confront those challenges, and good or bad, you still have to move on. And looking forward to the next year. So luckily for me, I'm happy that I can look at 2026 with a lot more hope and a lot more recovery from the experience of the last year that, as I said earlier, was not so good because of the particular situation. But I'm hoping for all of us. So this is what I'm sharing, why I'm sharing this personal experience of challenges, and then there's hope in the future. So I see 2026 as a year of hope and new beginnings, and I'm hoping that for you as well, those listening, that the next coming year, 2026, will also bring you the hope, new life, and new beginnings. And I think that's how we should embrace life. It only ends when you die. So once you're still alive, there's always room for improvement, room for hope, and room for new beginnings, as I said. So on next Tuesday, I guess it will be in the new year. So I'm giving this short sermon, to you guys, just to encourage people, because not everybody, although we are in a celebration mood, not everybody will be celebrating these few days because they might have serious issues in their lives and so on. But it's always good that we encourage each other and help each other. And it can come with even advice, just simple advice, words of encouragement. So I hope I'm able to do to someone. I hope you enjoyed listening to the program today, and I will definitely come your way next Tuesday. Thank you for listening.